Hey, good evening, you guys. My name is Sarah Collins. I'm in Casper, Wyoming. We are so grateful that you guys are here tonight. Bobby is running the slideshow, so I want to give everybody a round, or give her a round of applause because this is her first time. So congratulations, Bobby. We're proud of you. So a few things, how this workshop will go. It's helpful to have a pen and paper to take notes and write down questions. That's what's really helped a lot of people that have attended this class. And we'd love to honor your time. So this workshop will be about an hour long, sometimes a little bit shorter. You'll want to stay on until the end because there will be a giveaway. It's an amazing giveaway that's very useful. And we will start by using the chat feature throughout this workshop. So let's warm that up. And I want you to start by clicking on that chat button and let's tell us where you're from and who invited you. Awesome. Nice, Missy, yay. Congratulations for coming. Okay, Bobby, I'm ready for the next one. It's okay, just breathe. There you go. All right. So we always want our workshops to be personal and helpful for you. So let's start with a personal assessment for you and your family. So what areas of your health would you like help with? And you're going to comment in the chat with these numbers, representing the areas you or someone in your household struggles with. So number 1 is digestive. That's why I'm here today. You guys get to hear a little bit about that. Number 2 is headaches, pain, and inflammation. Number 3 is immunity issues. 4, stress and anxiety. 5, energy and stamina. Number 6 is sleep issues. Number 7, blood sugar regulation. And I'm super excited to share with you that as many as options that you have, you can take care of the root issues with what we're about to provide for you. Awesome. So we're going to look at 2 different approaches to health as we begin this workshop, the modern approach and the natural approach. So some startling facts about the modern approach, and this is really startling, especially to me because I am only 37, so this caught me off guard. The US consumes 75% of the world's prescription drugs, even though we only make up 5% of the world's population. Every 19 minutes, someone in the US dies from an accidental overdose of prescription meds. Our FDA estimates that 200,000 Americans are hospitalized each year because of overdoses and negative side effects of over-the-counter products like Advil, ibuprofen, and aspirin. These products are also the cause of thousands of deaths per year. Even Tylenol, which is commonly used for infants, is known to cause liver damage if used in excess. In addition, we're looking at $6.5 trillion spent each year on global healthcare. So the question is, are we any healthier? So with the modern approach, we are programmed to use the over-the-counter pills and prescription to address physical problems and symptoms. With this focus, root causes and solutions are often overlooked. So let's check out that natural approach. Here we focus on the root causes and use a plant-based approach because our body is designed to recognize that plant sources. Oh, I think we maybe missed a slide. Did I miss a slide?
Yep, we missed a slide.
Okay, there we go. So what creates disease in the body? And I like how Jules says this. It's also known as dis-ease. I love that she says that. So there's 3 main factors that cause disease in the body: nutrient deficiency, inflammation, and toxic overload. First, nutrition is a source for disease and at the core of our immune function. When our foundational nutrition is strong, we function optimally. We have energy, we think more clearly, our mood is better, we get great sleep, and we have little inflammation. The Environmental Working Group put out this information on this chart, and I really like this. Let's take a screenshot if you guys want. 95% of US adults are deficient in vitamin D, 94% are deficient in vitamin E, and 61% are deficient in magnesium. That is so sad, you guys. This data shows that our nutritional foundation is not strong enough. It shows us that most Americans do not have a great baseline health. How did these nutrient deficiencies show up? So again, inflammation, headaches, trouble sleeping, foggy thinking, lack of energy, digestive issues. Do any of these hit home? Because they did for me before I was introduced to doTERRA. Poor nutrition is the #1 cause of poor health. So what causes inflammation? Our second source of disease, or dis-ease. Chronic inflammation is linked to many diseases, some of which are listed on the slide. One of the biggest contributors is sugar. It's hidden in nearly everything we consume now, particularly in processed foods. Industrial oils like vegetable oil, palm oil, corn oil, soybean, and even sunflower. Toxins in our environment, stress, and lack of sleep. All right, and lastly, toxic load is the third area we're looking at as a source for disease or dis-ease, and refers to the chemicals in our body that are built up from our environment, processed foods, pesticide use, and even personal care products. The Product Safety Commission tested and found 150 cleaning chemicals that are linked to ADD, asthma, cancer, reproductive problems, respiratory problems, and more, which is crazy, you guys. I clean houses on the side, and this really hit home with me. We can't always control what we come into contact with outside the home, but we can make smarter choices in our homes. So what do we do with all of this? All right, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Jules.
Thanks, Sarah. Hey, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jules, and it's actually Julie, but everybody calls me Jules. And Sarah went through all the things that are really eye-opening for all of us. So now we're going to start to look at what we have as solutions, how we can address the things that Sarah was just talking about. But before we do that, I want to use the chat feature again, and I want to ask you, if you use a supplement, number one, do you use a supplement? And if you do, what kind of supplements do you take? So think multivitamins, A, B, D, whatever, throw those in the chat though, if you do. Lifelong Vitality and many others. Yeah, me too, Leslie. Julie used to take one a day. I'm glad she doesn't anymore. Lifelong Vitality. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So let's take a quick peek at the supplement industry, because this is where a lot of us turn to boost our nutrition. A study by the FDA from 2007 to 2016 detected contaminants in 776 supplements produced by 146 companies. Another study of 3 leading memory supplements, they found that 2 of them didn't even contain the active ingredient that was listed on the label. And what we know from that is that the supplement industry is not heavily regulated. Products can contain lots of fillers and not much of the ingredients listed. And if you have ever wondered, is that supplement that I'm taking really doing anything for me? I think those little facts that I just shared with you kind of speak to, yeah, they're probably not. They probably aren't doing what you think they're doing. So as I mentioned, it's an industry that it is not heavily regulated. And we actually have a story to share with you from a fellow wellness advocate whose son works at a vitamin store. And what he told his mom was that when they get notified that there is a supplement on the shelf that needs to be pulled because it's found to be not containing the active ingredients or whatever, if there's an issue with that supplement, the store has 9 months to remove that from their shelves. So for 9 months, you and I and anyone else could be going in and buying that supplement, and it has actually known that it isn't going to give us what we need, but they have 9 months to take it off the shelf. So that to me is super, super concerning. I get that they want to recoup their money, but that's really super concerning. Here's the thing though, because our American diet, our standard American diet, which is also the acronym for that is SAD, and it really kind of is SAD, it's deficient in most vitamins and most nutrients because of the demand and for farms to produce more and more and more all the time. Depleted soil, there just aren't the same nutrients in the soil anymore. And we find it then necessary to supplement to fill in the gaps that we're losing with our food not being full of the nutrients anymore. But we have to make sure that we're using a safe and effective and absorbable supplement. So let's learn about that first solution. This is doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality. We all know, or most of us know, that doTERRA is known for its safe, pure, and effective oils. But did you know that the #1 selling product with doTERRA is actually this nutrition line, this Lifelong Vitality line? It's the best-selling product because they effectively address, these three right here, effectively address all of those things that Sarah was talking about. They address those 3 diseases in the body: nutrient deficiency, inflammation, and toxic load. So think of this line as the necessary foundation to your health house. If your foundation isn't strong, your house isn't strong. These 3 are part of that necessary foundation. In this line, you're going to find a food nutrient, a cellular repair, and also omegas. This line supports the cleansing and filtering out of all the toxins as well. This is a micronutrient line. And what that means is that it just helps fill those nutrient deficiencies in your body. It has powerful antioxidants in it that help protect and support your DNA. It's also made with whole food ingredients, and it's 95% bioavailable to your body. Most average supplements on the marketplace are only 20 to 30% bioavailable. And what that means is these 3, you're going to get 95%. Your body's going to be able to use 95% of everything that it says that they contain on that label. Your body's going to get that, and it's going to be able to use them. Other products only have about 20 to 30% of that bioavailability. So this product has been a game changer for so many people, and it's actually helped some people get off of over-the-counter and prescription meds. It's really done some amazing things. So I think that I saw that Mick and Teresa were on here. If Mick is here, Mick has a really great story about what Lifelong Vitality has done for him. So if Mick, if you're here, could you unmute and share your story with us?
Go ahead.
Hi, Mick here. And yes, I'd like to share my story. I have my Lifelong Vitality right here. When I found out I had a very rare neurological disorder, it's a neuroimmune disorder, actually. I did what I could to get help from the doctors, and they gave me some medications that caused some really horrible side effects. The side effects were so bad that I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk right, and I was walking with a cane. I was hoping these meds were going to help me. The meds gave me these side effects that caused me so much mental confusion and other issues. I couldn't really take the meds. A little bit after that, I started taking Lifelong Vitality. Teresa had recently got into doTERRA, and she got a hold of these supplements. I started taking them, and for a while, not much happened. It didn't seem, but after the supplements stacked up in my system, I started feeling better. My head cleared up. I felt stronger. I used them as a foundation to add other doTERRA products to my regimen. As this happened, I eventually came off of having to walk on with the cane. I had problems with doing things with my hands and my legs. I'm a woodworker, and I couldn't really run my equipment safely. I had these tremors that were so bad, I would be close to spinning blades and things, which is dangerous. I also started finding out that my dexterity was returning. I could play my guitar a lot better. And after I've been taking this stuff for a few years now, I'm not walking with a cane. I'm doing woodworking proficiently enough that I can sell it at craft fairs and different shows. I'm doing home recording projects with my music. And I attribute that all to beginning with taking lifelong vitality. It really changes the game. And I'm not taking any prescription medications whatsoever at this point. And that I'm just ultra thankful. And that's what I have for lifelong vitality.
That's awesome, Mick. Thanks so much. And so glad that you're feeling better and doing better. As a matter of fact, you guys, Mick actually participated in our Up Level 21 challenge, which is a 21-day challenge. And he did all of the workout tasks that were in that as well. So that just tells you that he's feeling better. So thanks, Mick. Appreciate that. Okay, Bobby, go ahead and go to the next slide if you would. There you go. Thank you. All right, let's take a look at this slide right here. I don't want to read the whole thing, but so you might want to screenshot it, but I want you to take a look at each one of those boxes right there and look at what the improvements were. This is actually some statistics that came from some clinical trial results that doTERRA did with lifelong vitality. So they took blood work before it started, and then they had the subjects start taking lifelong vitality for 2 months. And those subjects continued their normal diet and exercise. They didn't change anything but adding lifelong vitality to their daily regime. And when you look at that, you can see that there are some really significant differences. This is what can happen when you're taking that bioavailable supplement, just like what happened for Mick and just like what happened for these people in this study. Big things happen when you're taking bioavailable nutrients and your body's getting what it needs. So I consider lifelong vitality as part of my food budget. I would urge all of you to do the same. Just know that this is something that you're doing for you. And if you factor it out, it costs less than that cup of coffee that you're getting at your local coffee shop every day. If you purchase it through the loyalty rewards program that we have, you can save even more. And you also get points back to use to purchase products on future orders. So you can actually end up getting some products free. So it's a win-win situation. Your health is going to be better and your pocketbook's going to be better in the end. All right, well, we can't talk about building that foundation without talking about our gut health. We have to talk about our gut health because when we take lifelong vitality and we pair that with this PB Restore and the Terrazyme that you're seeing here on your screen, this is our highest recommendation. Our gut, you may have heard it, it plays a vital role in our overall health and well-being. It's often called our second brain, and it's vital in everything from something as simple as our weight to our immune function and to our mental wellness and everything in between. So doTERRA's PB Restore Probiome Complex is a patented dual capsule delivery system. It is a unique formulation of 30 pre, pro, and postbiotics that help to restore diversity and balance to your gut. It gives, when we do this, we end up with optimal gut health. So this dual capsule delivery system makes sure that all of those pre, pro, and postbiotics break down within that capsule and within the gut at the parts of and the points of where they're going to get the most benefit as we go through the digestion process. There's 18 billion colony-forming units, or CFUs, of good bacteria in them. There's 22 different species, so you have exceptional diversity. It helps to maintain healthy intestines. It supports our digestive system, our immune system, as well as the GI tracts and especially our intestines and our colon. It also helps support optimal metabolism and food absorption. So in simple terms, when we keep our gut biome on point and keep it healthy, and we keep that good bacteria going, then bad bacteria or anything that we might be exposed to that comes down the pike isn't going to have the same kind of opportunity to make us sick as it would if we didn't have all that good bacteria in there. The bad guys can't do their dirty work when we have all that good stuff in there. And then TerraZyme is a must to pair with your PB Restore and your Lifelong Vitality. This is doTERRA's digestive enzyme. I do not leave home without this product. It contains a variety of whole food enzymes that help with digestion, help to break down your food. It can be taken with every single meal. It supports healthy digestion, metabolism, and the conversion of food into nutrients for cellular energy. So it's also helping to fuel and feed our cells. One of the little known facts about TerraZyme is that it's excellent for helping to reduce inflammation in the body as well. So these two are must-haves with Lifelong Vitality. Okay, here's time for a little interaction because I know you guys are probably getting sick of listening to me. So you're still going to listen to me, but you can play along with me now. So we're heading into the second part of our workshop, and I want to make sure that you're with me. So I want you to find your chat feature again, and I want you to answer that first question that you see there on the screen. What percentage has diabetes increased since the 1960s? And I'm going to give you a hint. It's more than you think. Sarah says 110. 300%. Well, you're getting close. It's 700%, you guys. 700%. That is mind-boggling. I was born in 1960. So for me to think about that is in my lifetime, that has increased 700%. All right, next question in the chat again, if you would. How long does it take the average American to consume the same amount of sugar that our ancestors from 200 years ago would consume in an entire year? How long does it take us to do it now? 3 weeks? 1 week? 1 month? Huh? Close. 2 weeks, you guys. 2 weeks. That just makes me shake my head. It's like Sarah said in one of those first slides that she was talking about, sugar is in everything. Well, there you go. That's why it only takes us 2 weeks to consume it. Okay, Bobby, next slide.
I just have to say, I made a batch of strawberry jelly yesterday. It called for 4 cups of sugar. Yeah.
Yeah, that's no good.
Next slide.
Please. Okay, only 6.8% of the population have optimal cardiometabolic health. So that means our heart, our metabolism, everything is working optimally, but only 6.8% of us experience that. So that means 93% of us, give or take a few tenths there, don't have optimal cardiometabolic health. So we're aging faster than the number of days and years we've been on this planet. That's what that number tells us. So let's dive into some solutions about that. This MetaPWR system was specifically designed to tackle that poor metabolic health. The system is key. The word system here is key. This is the macronutrient line. I mentioned that Lifelong Vitality was a micronutrient line. This is a macronutrient line, and it pairs beautifully with that Lifelong Vitality. So MetaPWR line does 3 things. It addresses cellular repair that leads to aging. It also addresses blood sugar regulation and supports inhibiting the fat absorption into our cells. So let's talk about lifespan versus health span and what we mean by that. We can't do anything about our chronological age, and that is just the number of years that we've been on the planet. But we can do something about how fast our body is aging, how fast our cells are aging, and how healthy they're turning over within our bodies, how they're replicating. We can have a big effect on that. So what if you could be empowered to change the fact that the typical American spends the last 14 years of our lives in a state of declining health, and we also are going to have difficulty completing everyday tasks. What if we could change that? Well, we can change that. When we start implementing this system, it really can make a big difference. It's the first and only system that synergistically supports a healthy metabolism, curbs our cravings, sustains normal range glycemic index, helps that insulin response, keeps it even throughout the day, and it naturally promotes that cellular energy, how efficiently those cells are functioning. Those using this line have reported improvements in things like eyesight, overall energy levels, less pain, less neuropathy, better sleep, better hair and nail growth. Their skin is looking better. Their moods are better. Their mobility and their strength have improved. It actually helps our body to build muscle. It's an amazing line. So before we go into the details about MetaPWR, let's look at these pictures that you see on your screen right now. And I want you to look at the lady in the upper left of your screen. You can see an incredible difference in the way her face looks between the before and after. And in these photos, she had been using MetaPWR for 4 months. And you can see she had incredible results, not only with the inflammation and in her face, the weight in her face, if you will, her skin improved, and so did her hair. And then the gentleman on the bottom left, you can see his face actually less inflammation in it. It got smaller. His hair got darker, which is crazy, but his hair actually got darker. And his blood work showed some pretty amazing numbers. There was a 40-point decrease in cholesterol, a 25-point decrease in LDLs, and a 57-point decrease in his triglycerides. And then on the right-hand side of your screen, you see a 58-year-old woman who had those really nasty-looking liver spots or blood spots on her arms. Every time she bumped herself, those were appearing. She'd had doctors looked at them. They'd even biopsied some of them. And basically, they just said, that's just what happens when you get older. Get used to it. And she started MetaPWR. And after 3 months, the spots were totally gone. And she also saw other changes. She had a weight loss of 60 pounds. She has thicker hair. Her nails are growing like crazy. And she's lowered her A1C as well. Okay, Bobby, next slide. Thank you. This is my favorite product in the MetaPWR line, hands down. This is MetaPWR Advantage, and it is doTERRA's collagen. It's unlike any other on the marketplace, and it includes 9 types of collagen. Most collagens on the marketplace contain 2 to 3 different types of collagen. This has 9 different types in it. It's in a 70% of it is in tripeptide form. So your body's going to absorb that about 12 times more than any other collagen. So let's describe what that is. A peptide is simply a protein chain. That's all it is. It's a protein chain. So if and it's too big for our body to actually break it down and absorb all of it in its entirety and get the biggest benefit from it. So when we take that and we break that into these smaller tripeptides, so take that protein chain that's this long and break it into thirds, we're obviously going to get better absorption out of that. Our body's going to be able to go, yes, I can utilize this and I can do so much with it. So again, it's 12 times more absorbable than any of the other collagens on the marketplace. Advantage comes in small packets that you mix in 4 to 6 ounces of cold or cool water. You just blend it up and you down it. I take it twice a day. You can take it in the morning and at night. You can take it just in the morning. You can take it at night. That's a whole other conversation, but I love this product. And what does it do for you? It promotes healthy biological aging and improves your health span by helping those aging cells, helping how those cells are replicating and turning over in your body. It activates your longevity genes. So it's the cells are going to turn over better. It's going to help you to live longer and healthier. It improves cognitive function. Your brain is going to work better. And it also helps to support lean muscle and connective tissue. So your joints are going to feel better. Your muscles are going to feel better. It also improves skin density, elasticity, and firmness. And if you love the science and knowing why this product works like it does, ask whoever invited you here to send you the links to it. We did a deep dive on MetaPWR, all of the MetaPWR products, but we did a deep dive on each one of them, and you can get that recording to that and you can watch it. It's really, really cool. All right, so I have my own MetaPWR testimonial, but I'm going to let Teresa. Teresa has a pretty powerful one as well. And so Teresa, if you could share your MetaPWR testimony, that would be awesome. Tell us what it's done for you.
Hi, I'm Teresa. We're not seeing ourselves on the screen, so I'm assuming that you can see and hear us though. So when I did start with the lifelong vitality too, and then when they came out with the MetaPWR 2 years ago, I started taking the collagen. I take 1 packet in the morning usually, and I've just felt this huge difference in my body. I'm a massage therapist and I use my arms and my hands a lot, and I get pretty fatigued. I do deep tissue work, and I work on a lot of big men, and I can get very fatigued from it. And also I have a lot of injuries from just everything, car accidents and smacking my head in bottom swimming pools and falling down a lot. And so I have a lot of, I guess, maybe arthritis, or I ache because of these injuries. And then I also ache because I work hard with my arms. So once I started taking the collagen packets, and I realized that the pain was subsiding quite a bit. And so it really helps to keep me strong, and I get through the workday much easier. And also, about when I was in my mid-40s, I started having a lot of dental problems. My teeth started just kind of cascading, and I had a bacteria infection. I got it up in my bone. I had to have oral surgery and things, and I had to be on antibiotics all the time after 25 years of not taking any antibiotics. My hair got really short and stunted, and it would literally like be brittle and break off. And I never thought my hair would grow out like it has. But since I started using the Advantage, it's just took off. And then got, the color hasn't come back, but it's very long and it's pretty thick. It's really healthy. My hair person who cuts it, she's always like, your hair is so healthy. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. And also my nails, because I'm a massage therapist, I have to keep my nails trimmed all the time. So I am constantly having to trim them down. And also, we were doing some yard work last week, and Mick banged his arms on the fence and trees and things. And because of the MetaPWR, those spots that you showed in that last slide, he had them all on his arm, went away in a week. So it just works, and it's really great stuff. I'm really thankful for the difference it's made in both our lives.
That's awesome. Thanks, Teresa. You guys both have great stories, great testimonials. Thanks so much for sharing. Okay, so we're going to change direction now, and we're going to head down the road to oils, because that's what doTERRA is actually known for. And we're going to look at why they lead the world in this area, why 12 million of us prefer doTERRA essential oils. So I am going to turn this over to Lori right now, and she is going to tell you all about the oils.
Thank you, Jules. I'm really excited to share about the oils because my hold on just a second. I have something going on with my phone. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm really excited about sharing about the oils because that's what brought me to doTERRA. I was one of those people who knew I wanted to use oils and started researching to find the best oils possible. So I'm here to share the Roseman University study that they did on different oils as well as doTERRA, specifically focusing on doTERRA oils. And they found them to be therapeutically relevant in cell growth and rejuvenation, metabolic health, and healthy inflammatory responses. Essential oils from different competitors had minimum effects. They concluded that the therapeutic potential of essential oils is highly dependent on the complete composition of the oil. Sourcing, processing, and characterization are all critical. The doTERRA difference. So what is the doTERRA difference? When an oil is truly pure, they do not include any fillers. There is no synthetic ingredients and there is no dilution. Independent lab tests show that the majority of brands available to consumers aren't pure. We can post a link that shows a study at the end of the class if you're interested in more details. doTERRA sources their oils from plants grown in their ideal environments. They make all the difference for the chemical profile and the therapeutic effectiveness of the oil. Every batch of doTERRA oil is tested for ideal chemistry and consistency so that our oils do what we expect them to do. Over 54 tests are done on each batch of doTERRA oils, from the farmer to the consumer. They test this all the way through, and that's what's really, really important, is we know we're getting the best in each little bottle. That they, with these tests, when they go out in the fields, they test it from the start clear through the finish. That's really important. Our doTERRA oils can be used topically, aromatically, and generally internally. People do turn to doTERRA just like I did because they want safe, affordable, and effective solutions for their family's health. Let's look at what that means exactly. Many look for safe and effective solutions that don't have dangerous side effects or the risks of addiction. I think we've all been around the block of having side effects when it comes to medicines that we've been that has been prescribed to us. We just mentioned independent lab tests show that 80 to 90% of oils on the market have contaminants and synthetic markers. We suggest never ingesting another brand. doTERRA recognized that the essential oils industry didn't have a standard for purity that ensured safety. So they created a new standard, the CPTG, which means Certified Pure Tested Grade, to raise the bar throughout the entire essential oils industry. This standard is beyond organic and includes significant testing that isn't cheap. doTERRA does invest to ensure that we all have the most effective, safest product because that is best for all of us. Many doTERRA oils are safe to ingest. If it can be ingested, it will have a food grade label on the bottle. Let's look at the picture of the girl on the screen here. These two sisters were spending the night at their grandmother's house. They were used to putting doTERRA lavender oil on their chest just before they went to bed to help them relax and go to sleep. Well, Grandma was out of doTERRA lavender. She used a backup from another company in her cabinet, and she bought that at the health food store and figured it's just lavender, so it should work just as well. The girls ended up with chemical burns with scars almost a year later. We're not saying that will be the reaction that you would have with oils. However, it is important that we understand the risks. doTERRA's oils are safe to use at any age, from newborn babies to great grandparents. Brand matters for safety. Let's look at affordability and effectiveness. Believe it or not, affordability is one reason people turn to doTERRA. Oils are 50 to 70 times more potent than herbs. This means a little goes a long way. Let's illustrate this. Using the chat feature, I want you to make a guess. A recent test at Costco of peppermint oil showed that it truly is not 100% peppermint oil. How much peppermint is in a Costco peppermint oil bottle? Anybody have any ideas? 25. Herbs, 5. Well, it's actually 10%. It's only 10% peppermint oil. That's compared to doTERRA's 100% peppermint oil. When you use a doTERRA CPTG oil, you get 100% of the oil, making it much cheaper than other options that may be diluted. That's one thing we can't tell from inside the bottle if it's diluted or not. And it's really important that we know that it's really pure. Each 15 milliliter bottle has 250 drops of essential oil in it. One dose is only 1 to 2 drops. On average, is about $1 or less for each treatment. Here's an essential oil tip. When you are addressing an ailment, it is always better to use less oil more frequently. For example, 1 drop of oil on a wound every 2 to 3 hours throughout the day is much more effective than using 8 drops of oil on a wound at one time. Using less more frequently is more effective. Let's look at the cell membrane on your screen. For our scientists in this workshop, we know this is a very simplified lesson. So here we go. Our bodies are made up of cells. Each one is surrounded by oily membranes intended to protect it. It keeps the good in and the bad out. When you have a bacterial infection, an antibiotic will help it because the bacteria grows on the outside of the cell. Viruses are different, and they proliferate on the inside of the cell. Unlike most modern medicine, essential oils can penetrate the cell membrane and help stop duplication of a virus and support your immune system to work optimally. When you have essential oils on hand, you have effective tools to begin supporting your body immediately instead of waiting to see a doctor or having to go to the pharmacy to get something. You'll have it right in hand. And you don't have to worry about the co-pays or what it costs at the pharmacy. There are many oils that support the immune system. Here are but a few. I carry many of them in my keychain so that I can have them wherever I go. I'm going to share you a bit about my favorite oil. One of my favorite oils from my keychain is On Guard, and it's a protector. It helps the natural immune defense. You should always have it online. You should always have it on hand because it helps make sure that whatever you touch, you can just grab your On Guard and it'll immediately take away any viruses or bacteria that you may have come in contact with. So that's one of my favorites. You can diffuse it to clean the air of airborne pathogens. You can soothe sore throats and keep your it can just knock it out of your system right off. The key is to use it right away and frequently. It is so worth it to avoid getting sick for a long period of time. So also you can have oregano. Use this for skin tags and warts and canker sores. Tea tree, it's great for all things fungal or any kind of infection. It's great for acne. Use it after you shave to prevent razor burn. Good for cold sores. Used for wounds and cuts. It's great if you have it around if you are at a kid's game and someone gets a scratch or a cut or a bruise. You'll have the tea tree right there. That's super. And frankincense, considered the king of oils. When in doubt, you can use frankincense for anything. Renewing, beautifying, rejuvenating, grounding. It reduces inflammation, relieves headaches, supports immune function, applied topically to help reduce the appearance of skin imperfections, strengthens the effects of other oils when used together, diffusing during medication for a sense of relaxation and balance as well. Now I'm going to be handing over the medicine cabinet to Leslie.
Thanks, Lori. So Lori took you through quite a bit of the oils, and I'm going to take you through the rest of the categories of oils. So we're going to continue with the medicine cabinet basics, and you see lavender, lemon, peppermint, digestin, and breathe. And in my keychain that I always keep with me, one of my favorite oils to have is breathe. Breathe is our respiratory oil. It's great for sinus infections, asthma, snoring, congestion, and those seasonal threats that come during the year. The seasonal threats for me is all year. It also helps with that nagging cough and difficulty breathing. It will help clear the congestion so you can breathe better. It's for any kind of respiratory stress. You can diffuse it at night for a more restful sleep and to help reduce snoring. And I love to diffuse this at night with other oils. And you can always also use it before a workout to open your airways and to increase your stamina. So moving on to pain and inflammation, you can see we have our Deep Blue products and our Copaiba products. We learned at the beginning of this workshop the impact of how inflammation is the cause of disease. doTERRA has safe, effective, and non-addictive tools. The oils and products on the screen are some of the favorites to address pain and inflammation. Let's chat about Deep Blue. Deep Blue is a must-have for muscle and joint health. Not only does it relieve pain and tension, the amazing oils in it support muscle, joint, and bone healing. It alleviates back pain. And when you have a nasty bruise forming, as I did a few weeks ago on my elbow, grab your Deep Blue to stop it in its tracks. I used the Deep Blue rub and then I layered the Deep Blue stick on it. And the stick has Copaiba in it for pain and inflammation. It's our super anti-inflammatory. Now let's chat a little bit about Copaiba. It's another oil used for pain and inflammation. And it's when you layer it with another oil, it increases that oil's effectiveness. When you really need to boost pain, this is what you're going to use with your Deep Blue. If you ever suffer from any emotional strain, such as anxiety or depression, this oil can calm and smooth. It supports all major body systems, including the heart, the nerves, respiratory system, the immune system, and the skin. It can be really helpful for those who have ADD or ADHD, and it is our CBD replacement. Last but not least, we have our mood and emotional support oils. We have balance, adaptive, and serenity. And again, I keep Serenity in this keychain to take it with me wherever I go. And you'll find out why in a second. For those of you who indicated at the beginning that you or someone in your family deals with heightened emotions or those low lows, these oils are great options to consider. So I'm going to chat, as I said, about Serenity. It's calming and helpful for sleep. It also helps you fall asleep more easily and sleep more deeply. And it's also helpful for anxiety and stress. I use this oil. This oil can be used during the daytime. When I'm really nervous or anxious about something, I put it on my pulse points. I put it over my heart. I even put it in the back of my neck. And it really helps my nervous system calm down. At night, I diffuse Serenity with Breathe and Balance and a few other oils that I really love as well for sleep, for deep sleep. And I sleep almost through the entire night, which is huge for me. So we have learned some powerful things about pure essential oils just now. This is truly the tip of the iceberg when it comes to support for your physical and emotional health. Right now, I'd like to turn it back to Sarah. Take it away, Sarah.
Thanks, Leslie. Isn't she amazing, you guys? All right, guys. So I just wanted to talk about how I was that mom. We had tried everything for our son's colic. We tried Digestin one time and couldn't believe the results. They were safe and they were effective. The only thing I reach for now is essential oils because there's no side effects and I have 2 little boys and they are very important to me. So let's go ahead and jump forward to me when I had a health crisis and should have died multiple times. We'll just put it that way in a little nutshell. We can talk about that at a continuing education if you guys want to hop on. You guys, I'm a walking miracle and many doctors have said that. So I never had imagined myself actually building a doTERRA business after being on this journey that has made such an impact for good. I have been able to make a difference and change people's lives in a significant way, health, emotions, and financially. Time flexibility. I get to work when it's convenient for me and my family. We just had fair, you guys. I was out for 7 days and I still got paid. Making new friends from around the globe. I would have never met these amazing, amazing people, especially like Jules, you guys. She's in California, and Ani and Leslie. People I would have never, ever met. doTERRA has changed my life. So if any of this has sparked something in you, which I hope it has, if you're looking for that additional income stream, I want you to talk with your wellness advocate or whoever invited you guys tonight, because they will be getting you the recording for our financial wellness workshop. It's totally worth it, you guys. So a keychain like this has been one of the most valuable items. I'll wait till she's sorry. So you guys can see the keychain. Maybe. So it's one of the most valuable items that I have on the go. I don't have it with me, and this is a funny story. The boys just went to go get a load of hay, and they have it on Luke's keychain in the Dodge. So if you want one of these, I want you guys to host a workshop or a class online or in person. That's my cup of tea. We love to help people discover the power of these natural products and oils. So I want you to invite 5 people to the Zoom workshop that we host every Monday at the same time in the same Zoom room. Or if you have thought of friends or family who might enjoy learning a workshop geared specifically to them, talk to your wellness advocate to schedule one. It's super, super fun. In either case, our Monday workshop or one-on-one with you hosts in person or on Zoom, you'll receive this keychain for free to have on the go as well, like I do. I have 3 of them. For individualized workshops, the ideal size is 5 people, and it's completely doable. Your keychain will include 5 oils for hosting, in addition oil for each guest that you have up to 5. So like when I have people host, the keychain, I actually have it full of oils, and then they get to pick which ones they want. And then they are super excited to acquire those next ones if they didn't have it all completely filled. So I want you to let your wellness advocate know, or whoever invited you guys, if this is what you're wanting to do. If you guys want this next level with this keychain, because this is super fun to have on the go, and you guys can share it anywhere, any place. Okay, Bobby, perfect. So it's almost time for our giveaway, and it's time to wrap up tonight's workshop. I know you guys are all super sad, tired of hearing me talk. We are so glad you've been here tonight, and we have a favor to ask. So in the chat, you should find a quick link. It's for a survey. The link will be posted in the chat, hopefully, fingers crossed. And you can also use that QR code on the screen. Your answers will really help your wellness advocate to serve you well, enabling them to target your health needs, offering solutions, thank you, Julie, that can realistically help you reach your goals. And if you know of anyone that's on this class that actually has met one of us, they can tell you guys that this is our goal. So I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes to fill that out. And I promise next time I'm going to have Jeopardy music because it is my goal to do this. And tell us where you guys are from too. There's a couple people that hopped on. I saw when I was letting you guys get in. Tell us where you guys are from and who invited you. And then I want you guys to put done in that chat box for me. I don't want to miss anyone before our giveaway. It's super awesome. Nothing done yet. Awesome. Jules, I love you. Jeopardy. All right. Thank you guys for helping your wellness advocate or myself be able to help do their job well and for taking a step towards wellness. We love to support people in this journey. I know all of us do, you guys. This is like the best part of my job, I swear. So guess what? It's giveaway time. I wish the boys were here. They love giveaways. They love parties. So who has been doing the drawing? Who's been doing the wheel for me? Because it's changed a couple times. If not, I can do it really fast. Jules, what do you think?
Bobby's
so Sarah, I just did it. I just and Dixie McGee is the winner, as a matter of fact. So we are going to have 2 drawings tonight, though. I don't know if you guys missed on that. So Dixie, you are winner number 1. Now I've got to figure out how to get back over here. Hang on a minute. And now I'm going to spin the wheel again. I got my hands on a whole bunch of oils. And so, oh my gosh, Missy, you are the winner of the 2nd prize. So we will give those to you guys. And congratulations, Missy and Dixie, for hopping on tonight, and everybody else. I know Sarah from Fort Scott hopped on late, but I get to chat with her tomorrow, so that will be exciting. But just remember that it is so easy to invite your friends and family and people that you know could benefit from knowing some of this information. It's free, and it's free education. So be sure to invite a couple people to tomorrow night or next Monday night. It's just super easy. So thank you for joining us.
Yes, and congratulations, Dixie and Missy. And she didn't tell you guys, but you get the ebook of the MetaPWR and the Lifelong Vitality ebook. So you guys will get those in your email. I've had a couple of people from my team win, and they said they're absolutely phenomenal, and they've printed them, and they love them. So you guys, we just want to say how grateful we are that you guys came, because this means so much to us, but it means so much to you guys, because this is your chance to take your health in your hands. This is your chance to reclaim your health and just to take it to the next level. We are so grateful you're here. I'm going to stop the recording, but you guys can hang out so we can ask some questions and talk about some more testimonials if you guys want. Thank you guys again, and let me take care of this 1 second.